What is up, everyone? What is up? How's it going? Sorry, the stream was a little bit behind. I had a work-related thing and had to check we think it's a false positive, but nothing more I could do on my end to confirm it, but may have just been one of our own scanners scanning things. Guess what I got in my hands? That's my new laptop. That's not a sticker. That's a laser engraved logo on there. The new Tuxedo Computers Stellaris 15. I'm loving this laptop so far. I just don't know if I'm liking Tuxedo OS. Tuxedo OS is their own operating system. The honest truth is, it's another Debian type. I mean, it's okay. It's kind of nice that it works out the box. They have KDE. My complaints are really niche, so pardon me as I clean off my desk, as I meant to a little bit before, but like I said, I had a work-related thing I had to do straight before this. So my complaint with the OS itself is really that, okay, so I came from the world of Mac, Mac OS X. I actually do like the GUI design, and I've been fighting with KDE to try to get at least the KDE on here to get it to be themed and docked the way I want, and then it's like I'm fighting so much to get it to look the way Pop OS had everything out of the box, and that's one of the reasons why I like Pop OS. Yeah, they can do color, apparently. I think it's laser engraving. It might be silk screening, but I could have sworn it's laser engraving. But yeah, so Pop OS, part of the reason why I like it, amongst many other reasons, is that, well, it has, the stylings of Mac OS X. Because as much as I don't like Mac OS X, not that I really don't like Mac OS X, it's that I don't like what Apple's done to MacBooks. Let's make that clear. As much as I don't like, Apple and all that, I do like the GUI. Maybe it's something of a familiarity thing because I am a former Mac person. Mac, Windows, Linux, it's always been relevant to me. And, I'm trying to get this connected so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I actually haven't plugged this into the, Tinker thing ever since I've, redone everything. 1 second, just still clearing off space here. We're working with limited counter space. See, I've been meaning to clean this off for a while because there's a lot of devices on here. Like, the Nexus 7 tablet I still haven't turned back on. I don't even know if the battery's still good in that. The Purism Librem phone I don't really use anymore. Throw that in the drawer with the other phones that I don't use anymore. Like, where this Pine phone is going to go. This is not meant to be the Chief, watch Chief clean up his desk stream. This is meant to be the other stream. Oh yeah, we got another little upgrade here. So per se. So this is for the MNT Pocket Reform. I do have a, as you remember, I have the Ethernet to IX connector, but it's all one piece, so I have to plug that in. So I got an adapter to just plug Ethernet in and then have IX, which for my setup works a little bit better. Pick that up on Amazon. I have so many power adapters. That is for the Cube's laptop. The System 76 laptop adapter is, I think that's it. Or that might be the one to the, nope, that's the System 76 power adapter. Yeah, I got to do some cable consolidation around here eventually. So let's plug the Ethernet in over here. And then grab the cable. Oh, and I did record my first YouTube video on the teleprompter last night. I need to get around to editing it. Another thing I wanted to do before I started. But I'll hopefully have it out this weekend. It's talking about the Mozilla Foundation terms of service and how I think it's a much ado about nothing. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you're just blaming legalese and all that. And I was like, it's a universal terms of service. Unfortunately, this has bitten a lot of companies in the ass when they try to make a one-size-fits-all thing. Show us your Pi projects as you clean. Don't have a lot of my Pi projects here. They're all in my network rack. All my Raspberry Pis are literally right there, the ones that I need to tinker with. Um, but yeah, that Mozilla thing, I think a lot of people are reading too much into it, and a lot of the people... So this is one common thread I'm noticing with the people that were... Oh yeah, by the way, this uses a barrel jack, or you can charge through USB-C, but obviously NVIDIA GPU power hungry, so if you want to use the NVIDIA GPU and have it plugged in and charging, you need to have the barrel jack connected. But anyway, the reason why I say it's much ado about nothing is a lot of I'm noticing a common thread that most of the people complaining about the Mozilla terms of service are general tech people and not cybersecurity people. Now, I need you to understand why I'm saying that. Tech people think in terms of tech terms and everyday terms. Cybersecurity people have to think in tech terms, compliancy, and legal. We don't just deal with the tech. We don't just, unfortunately, deal with everyday human language. We also have to deal sometimes with lawyer speak. Like when a lot of you are out there, like, saying, oh, I use Docker and Terraform at work. Cybersecurity from the compliance brain is going to say, you know, the licensing requires that you can't use that at a certain scope or size of your business, that you should probably be considering instead of Docker to use Rancher if you're using Docker Desktop. And if you're using Terraform, you should probably move to Tofu, which is an open source fork of Terraform, when they change their licensing themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Now, where's the HDMI on this laptop? Okay, so what can it run? The laptop? Oh, every goddamn thing. Hold on, I am not used to the I.O. on this laptop. Okay, that's actually making sense. All the I.O. for your main things other than USB and all that. There's an extra USB and all that. Explaining stuff to the director of DevOps. Can it run Doom? Yes, it can run Doom. Every version of Doom. Doom Eternal included. I do eventually need to do some gaming tests on here. I unfortunately haven't had time to dig up my spare gaming mouse, which, let's be honest, you're going to need a mouse for this. Alright, now, one second. Let me close my windows over here. Make sure this works. Hold on. Display configuration. Are you not seeing the other display? Hold on one second. Hybrid graphics on demand. One second. I could have sworn. Let me check my inputs here. Nope, that's that computer. So the Live Gamer Duo's over here. Buffering, no. No. Okay. So if that's over there... One second, I'm thinking here. I just want to make sure this is plugged in. I could have sworn it was. On the phone. There we go. Bear with me. We are on a search for a damn HDMI. I hate myself for making a rat's nest behind here. Oh, she's in. Okay. Oh, there we go. The cable is loose. That'll do it. Give me 1 second. Just gotta secure my connections. Yeah, I just had to, go. I knew it was something stupid and simple. Unify, extend. So it is kind of nice when you plug it in, it actually lets you select what you want to have it displayed as. Okay. Wow. That really shrunk my display a little bit, so it looks a little bit weird. But I'm curious, can I... There we go. Okay, so the resolution is 2560 by 1600. How does that look all for you? What's going on, Chief? Chip. Doom Eternal, but not Helldivers 2. Need a better PC for that. Oh, if my main desktop can do that. Okay, so this is the issue I'm running into. I like to have a dock down here. And so far, I mean, I've got a dock. But the problem is, what was it that I was using? Hold on. And I've been trying to theme it, and I need the dock. Now, one other thing, this comes with VirtualBox out the box. I don't like VirtualBox. That, I think, is bloat that Tuxedo should not have done. If you're gonna include one out the box, use KVM QEMU, or the Virtual Manager, Machine Manager over here. That is a little bit of bloat that needs to go away. Nextcloud Desktop over here, I think that's a little bit of bloat that needs to go away. There's a few things in here that I think are just a little bit bloaty. Crystal Dock. So, Crystal Dock, I had to install version 1.0. Why the hell are you not working now? There we go. Oh, that's just great. Now you're not... See, this is the problem that I'm having for a while, is it doesn't want to... You see how it's like popping up? I'm not a fan... It doesn't like the multi-display. So this laptop, even though it's a unified display and it's supposed to be sharing at both, it's not... Yeah. I'm not a big fan of KDE. I thought I'd give it a try, but I'm like, there's a few things in here I don't really care for. Now, it is very, very snappy. Now, you can set up your... This is the cool thing about this Tuxedo laptop, is it does have the ability for this Tuxedo control panel, which you can install apparently on any operating system. The issue that I have is not this. This part's great. And I would have liked if the keyboard allowed you to change... Hold on. Yeah, you can control all the different settings in here. So this part of it is really nice and well designed. And I have to say, this is better than System 76's laptops for a lot of their things. KDE may be snappy, but it's not working for my needs, at least in the way Tuxedo has it set up. That's the issue I'm having. So if I can remember, I need to make this a little bit more intuitive, to be honest. You can change the encryption password here, shutdown timer, the keyboard backlight, you can control. You have to change the color of the keyboard through here. So, yeah, it's got RGB and everything. I see the difference. German engineering? Yeah, it's made in Germany. The parts come from China, but it's assembled in Germany. I ordered this and it definitely shipped from Cologne. It got here within 2 days. I was genuinely surprised how fast that happened. And the advantage of being a U.S. citizen, or at least in the U.S., buying this laptop, I didn't have to pay for VAT. So the value-added tax, I think, is 25.5% from what I was told talking to someone on Blue Sky, at least the one that's in Finland that was looking at also getting this laptop. So you're going to have to add that on top of whatever you're considering buying, of course. But if you're in the EU, you're probably used to that. In the US, we got this, there was no import fees or anything. Alright, so, did you see PewDiePie was running Linux on his gaming PC? No, I didn't. I haven't really kept up with a lot of the streamers or anything. Okay, so, but this is kind of nice that you have this whole setup here. Now, I did try theming it and everything. The honest truth is, I don't, now I moved the taskbar and everything from the default, so it's at the top down. I don't like this fucking way of doing things. The way I like doing things is this. Because I'm a Mac, I came from the world of Mac. You hit the super key. Why is this on the wrong monitor? What the hell? God damn it. Nothing's going right today. Because it's like showing up on this monitor, and I don't want shit popping up on this monitor. So now I gotta go into the displays. Oh, wait, no, I gotta go to NVIDIA settings for that. NVIDIA display. Wait, that is the primary. So why are you... Desktop. Appearance, no. Hold on. Nothing wants to work right today. Wait, why are you not wanting to do the thing? Would you do the needful? Rhetorically do imports in Switzerland, so minus negative 19. Wait, 19. Okay. Nice. Yeah, for some reason, all of my stuff just decided it's gonna mess with me today. Now it decides to work. I don't know why. But basically, when I hit the super key, I like this to pop up and then just be able to do whatever. I don't, I understand people that are trying to mirror their experience from Windows, you know, with the start menu and everything like that. But the honest truth is, Windows is a fucking horrible user experience. It is horrible, it is bad, and you should feel bad if you like that. Is there a way to decrypt an HDD drive, Chief? Yes, know the password to it. Or spend a lot of resources to crack that password. Thinking of a Linux distro from Windows 10 when it loses support. Recommendation? Pop OS. That's the one I like. There's a few others out there, but I really like Pop OS, which I'm probably going to be installing here in a second because just not a fan of this I'm not a fan of Tuxedo, but I want to see how Tuxedo operates. I wanted to at least play with it, give it a fair shake, but I'm just like, it's not doing it for me. So, I tried. Yeah, it ain't bad. Just a lot of privacy issues. No, there's a lot of issues with Windows. Where's the USB? There it is. So let us grab the latest Pop OS image. I'm gonna stick Ubuntu on this PC well after I replace the main SSD. Try Pop OS instead of mainlining Ubuntu. Ubuntu as a main OS was great back in the day. Do not get me wrong. But they've kind of lost their way for a lot of things. Now, Pop OS is a fork of Ubuntu, so almost all the stuff will be compatible with it. But Pop OS just has more more polish to it, I think, in my opinion. That's just me. So let's go get Pop OS. Because my image is probably old. Let's see. Yeah, click the button. They're still on 2204. Oh yeah, that's right. They're waiting for Cosmic to have the new version, but there is a incremental update since it. What's up, Crazy Fist? What kind of videos you watching? A lot. I'm actually in the middle of rewatching Suits right now, and I've been watching the new Suits LA TV show. The honest truth is, it doesn't have the same magic as the original series. I'm giving it a fair shake for a few more episodes. Also pissed off that the rookie, I'm now watching a fat guy. What are you talking about? Alright. Shot 256. Let's grab the sum so we can do a check. We're good. I like Popsicle because it lets me do this testing. Wait, hold on. This flash drive's too big for that. I mean, I can use it, but it's kind of like, why bother? Here we go. We'll use the smaller Samsung. My super fast one. I don't have a lot of time to watch series. Love movies, but prefer series. I like series better, just because, well, yeah. You know, you can get deeper into a story. There's more world building. A movie is really hard to get you pulled in to, like, have everything. Because it's like, you have to be identified with you have to, like, be introduced to the characters and everything. And there's just these incremental steps and everything. There's a lot more building up. Alright, so we are flashing right now. I use Popsicle for my flashing because it's got the shot to 56 sum built into it, and I'm lazy these days. Yes, you can use DD and a bunch of other things, but you grab the shot to 56 sum, plug it in, check it, green light, go. You should always check your SHA sums. It's not hard to do a shot to 56 sum checker, but yeah. So we're going to wait for that for a second. I like Rufus for flashing. Well, Rufus is Windows only. Rufus is okay for Windows, but when you're on Linux, no, we got other solutions for that. You can even use most operating systems have it built in. Worst case, plug in a flash drive, do a DD. Now, I really do have to say that I love the teleprompter after using it last night. That was my first ever video I recorded. The one hard part is, I'm gonna have to learn to stretch out my scripts a little bit more because YouTube wants to hit that 10-minute sweet spot. This Mozilla video is gonna be about 7 minutes or so. So, still a decent length. Not as long as I'd like, but I didn't want to get too into it. Now, I am working on a couple other videos, too, in the near future. One Apple and how they've declined from a scorned Apple user's perspective. And then recently, I don't know if you heard about this, Brother Printers has stopped allowing third-party ink and toner apparently in their latest firmware updates. And from what I was understanding in Tom's Hardware, they've also removed the older firmware version, so you can't just back out and load an older firmware version that would work with it. And they're doing it under the guise of security and quality and everything, but we know what the real reason is. Printer manufacturers make more money on ink than they do printers. HP representative told me I should buy a new dock for my tablet. Is he upselling me or is he right? Well, you're leaving a bunch of information out here. Do you already have a dock? What tablet is this? What are you trying to improve? That's what needs to be answered first. Okay, so get the pop disk. Low USB is for Linux is good, but had issues on my machine when trying to make a bootable Windows USB drive. Ended up spinning virtual machine to do it. That's what you should kind of do. I wonder, can Pop OS mount ISO as disks? Yeah, it's not that hard to mount an ISO disk. You don't need to most of the time, but you can do it. You can do a lot more things with okay, before I plug that in. By the way, these USB ports are snug as a bug. Yep. Just want to make sure. Yep, they're all USB 3 ports. So it doesn't matter where I plug it in. Okay, now I think it's F7. Rapid tap F7. Okay, I wonder, can you see? Nope, it doesn't display a signal while I'm doing that. Okay. Try or install Pop OS. Now I'm curious if it will. Give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. Trying to see if it's gonna see it out the box. Come on. I had to unplug the stuff. I wonder if it's gonna do it while it's in the trial option. Good God. That resolution is way off. No, you can't see it yet. Alright. Let's see. Displays. I'm just curious if it will let me. Oh, no. It just, by default, does this. Apply. Why are you not connecting? So here's the funny thing. It's seeing it in the device. Okay, it's just throwing it to the one. Yeah, I'm just going to have to install it and then come back to it, so that's fine. Alright, clean install. Samsung 990 Evo 2 terabyte. Full name. So the one thing I will say that I don't really care for about this laptop, it's not really its fault per se. It comes with the US standard keyboard that I, of course, want English in the US format. But it's an ISO. An ISO always has this like weird shaped enter key. And then the shift key on the left is so small. Like, I keep hitting the backslash on accident. Because, like, I'm so used to my pinky not having to go as far. Minor complaint, but it is a complaint. Alright, put my password in. Let's not make the encryption password the same as my login password. Rip the drive. Now, I do have Ethernet plugged in, so it's just going to pull all my settings and everything. Download all the updates and everything right there. I'd rather do Ethernet anyway when possible because just there's no point in connecting the Wi-Fi when you're installing it just to like reinstall then have to reconnect, and it's not going to be as fast. I was blown away when I learned Windows 10 can do that. I think you've been able to do that since 7 or 8. If I'm not mistaken. Like the guy with the drive problem, a lot of information missing. It's about connections, mainly drivers issues when using ZBook 17G3 dock with ZBook X2 G4. I have a blue screen on every start, but then it works. Probably a driver issue. So here's the question. When you undock it, does it have a blue screen? You need to troubleshoot all the different components as much as you can. Now, at work, I've seen it where... Okay, we're installed. I've seen it where the dock actually has been an issue and I got a new dock at work. There is a legitimate issue around that. But you need to troubleshoot before you can confirm that. Not officially listed as compatible, but I dislike having to have two docks. So I ended up with a mini PC as a gift. It has an Intel 95 CPU with 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 500 gig SSD. Free computer. It's a pretty good computer. A free computer is a good computer. The laptop is a Tuxedo Computers, and that's my logo. Laser engraved. I also have it laser engraved on the super key. Give me 1 second to like get this going. Alright, so let's see if I can get the display output properly. Ooh. Signatures to the latest release. Okay, so there is some updates there. Oh, it shot it to the other monitor. 1 second. Dock doesn't extend to edges. So it did see the other monitor. So give me 1 second. I just want to get this. So I need to change that. Center. Gestures, dark mode. Let me connect my Wi-Fi just so I don't forget. Turn off location services. New York time zone. New York City, there we go. We don't need to connect any online accounts. Start using Pop OS. All right, now let's do the needful. See, this looks exactly how I want it. It probably helps if I show you. This looks exactly how I want it out the box. Let me get the displays set up here. Mirror. Ugh. Yuck. Hold on. That did not look right. Okay. That's a little better. It had a 200% scaling, and I was like, that no worky. Okay, so this display with Pop OS out the box, this is what I like. Because I'm a former Mac user, this feels nice to me. And then, you can do your applications. Now, the only thing I gotta do is, hold on. 1 second. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Not that. Desktop. Yeah. Switch it to applications. See? Now I'm exactly where I want. AMD or NVIDIA GPU in it. Hold on. Make sure I'm not showing anything I don't need to. I'll show you. Yep, there we go. It's got both. It's got a Ryzen 7 8845HS with Radeon 780M graphics and an NVIDIA GPU. It's got both! You got the best of both worlds. So, yeah. The only thing I don't like about it being 1920 by 1080 is I got like this much of a black bar at the bottom. So the reason why I'm doing that is the AMD CPU I don't need this. Come on, just let me use the damn thing. The only thing we need to do is we need dark reader. Otherwise, I'm gonna go blind. See what I mean? I went blind. Okay. See, that's annoying that it doesn't let me, do that there, but I need dark reader. So now what we need, Tuxedo Computers, Control Center on Pop OS. I just gotta look at the steps to get this going. Yeah, I know there's updates. We'll fix that in a second here. Okay, Tuxedo Control Center, that's what it was called. Also be built from source. Alright. Yada 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 yada. Where, oh where? For installing... Okay, there we go. Instruction list. And... First time, customers of an XMG, blah blah blah. Intel notebook will be provided with our driver package free of charge, la 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 la. Step-by-step instructions, Ubuntu installation for your Intel QC71 gaming laptop. This isn't that, but here we go. Alright, so if you haven't done so, desire, blah, blah, blah. Connect your Ubuntu stick, yada, yada, yada. A black screen will appear. Follow Ubuntu instructions. After completing installation, please reinstall according to the following order. Okay, so let's grab that. So now I just got to install these Debian packages. Give me 1 second. Is the first one going to work? Yep, there we go. First one's in. Keyboard ITE. So they have an order. Alright. Keyboard backlight driver for ITE devices. Okay, cool. The keyboard is still working. Tuxedo Tomte. Little helper that provides services and updates for Tuxedo computers. Okay, yeah, they say these steps are the same for all of them. And now Tuxedo Control Center. Okay, that's a 78 megabyte file. That's the largest of the 4. What makes Pop! OS your go-to over others? What would you say to someone who is considering the Switch? I just like that out of the box. It's configured in most of the ways I want. Like, literally all I did was click 2 options I needed. During the startup setup, dock with no edges. Why did I just do the Trump movement? No dock with edges. It's gonna be huge. Dark mode is huge. And then also, I just flick 1 button to get the application launcher. I came from Mac formerly. Well, I was Windows and Mac. Windows, then Mac. And I like the Mac OS GUI a lot better. I tried to get Tuxedo OS to look like Mac, but I couldn't get it to the way I wanted. And part of it was I noticed the dock requires Wayland. Plus, Pop! OS out the box works with NVIDIA GPUs. No problem. NVIDIA is part of the things. Been asked this a bunch of times. Have you ever played an MMO before? Yeah. Like First Descendant and a couple others. Never really got into the whole World of Warcraft thing. I mean, I was for like a month, like a decade ago. But thank God I got bored of that shit pretty fast. What's your opinion on Zorin OS? Zorin OS is okay for a starter. Like for people coming from the Windows side of things. But the honest truth is, it's like once you see one, you see them all. Okay, so Tuxedo Control Center. Alright. Cool. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. Cool. So, this is working. Now, what I'm curious about... Okay, so that is an issue. The keyboard is not the color. Not a big deal. Okay, Tuxedo keyboard. They have all this in there. Although I wonder if I just have to reboot. That is a possibility. Okay, so Tuxedo Control Center. High Performance D CPU. Okay, settings. Only works with maybe running. Okay. Tools. Profiles. Dashboard. Let's try rebooting. And see if that fixes it. All in all, if the keyboard backlight can't change its color, minor issue. As long as I can switch between the NVIDIA GPU and stuff like that, we're good. What are your thoughts on Mozilla's TOS changes of late? So I have a TikTok video, but I'm working on a longer form YouTube video. The honest truth, it's much ado about nothing from people that I noticed that were not actually in the background of understanding compliances and legalese and stuff like that. And I know some people think that that's a cop-out, but the honest truth is, when you deal with cybersecurity, you often understand... Oh, that fixed it. That fixed the button. So I wonder if that fixed the keyboard. No. That didn't change it in there. Profiles. But basically, a lot of people need to understand it's not really that much of a big deal because they're basically doing a universal TOS. The problem is when you have jurisdictions like the California, where the California Consumer Privacy Act defines selling in a very broad term. What I mean by that is you don't need to actually have data being sold in order for it to be considered selling. Just sharing or exchanging data with no monetary exchange can be considered selling under the CCPA. Do I think Mozilla had some bad wording there? Absolutely. Do I think that they're, going out of your way to sell your data? No. Do I think a lot of people are trying to, what's the word? Inflame this so that they can get clicks and everything? Absolutely. Okay, so now what I'm curious about... Is there a keyboard light switch you're not hitting? No, though, it's not the issue of the light switch. It's the issue of changing the color on the keyboard. Minor complaints, though. Oh, you can control the number of cores, maximum performance, settings. So... Alright. NVIDIA Optimus. Graphics switching. Hybrid. Switch graphics from GNOME. Oh! Alright, let's see if we can get it in hybrid mode. I forgot NVIDIA has that built into the menu because the last Pop! OS laptop I had that had NVIDIA graphics in there was my HP Omen 15T, which was like many, many years ago. That was like the laptop I got before System 76. Just to make that very clear. Hey, Cinty Pinky, how you doing, buddy? So, ever used Wi-Fi 6? No. The honest truth is, well, maybe at work I have, but the honest truth is, I think people are overhyping different Wi-Fi standards, like Wi-Fi 6 and all that. I'm on Wi-Fi 5 and it's still plenty fine. Most people aren't even using the full advantage of their bandwidth as it is. This laptop is snappy on Pop! OS, I'm telling you. Fuck, did I just drop that tiny-ass flash drive? Let's not drop the tiny-ass flash drive. Cat 9 soon, bro. It's not even a reason to get to Cat 7. Everyone's like, oh, Cat 7's perfectly great. Now I gotta do one very important thing. I'll eventually move all the files over once I decide what I want. But desktop. And where are we at? We're in Cat 8 now. Cat 6A is more than enough. If you're looking at getting more than that, you're gonna probably want, what you call it? Fiber. Okay. So now, we've got that. So the tuxedo button does work. So there's an extra button on here to call the thing. So we got the integrated CPU here and the high performance. There we go. It's like pretty much set up how I want, with the exception of the keyboard. I wonder. Nope. Tools, keyboard backlight. Oh, it works. It works. I don't know what made it change, but it works now. So, okay, Pop! OS fully works as intended with Tuxedo. Booyah! That's why I like it, because Tuxedo's based on Debian or Ubuntu. Either way, they have Ubuntu files, so the Ubuntu ones work. Okay, so we got the keyboard. Yep, we got full spectrum over here. My keyboard's adjusting. Now, the only issue I have is the keyboard backlighting is kind of all or none. So when in Tuxedo, it let me get like 4 steps. So you do 25, 50, 75, 100, and off. Wi-Fi 6 is damn great. I'm on Ethernet. That's way better. Okay. Brightness? Yeah, it's... The keyboard's not bad. Although I do prefer more of a reddish tint. But you can definitely color it however you want. Although, one second. I want to see. It's a little bit greeny. Yeah, that fits better with my theme. Black and yellow. One second. Yeah, let's... So I can show y'all. Oh yeah, look at that. So FN, spacebar, it's all or none. Now, what I'm doing to open up the control center was there's a button right here next to the power button to open up Tuxedo Control Center. So I can, ooh. That did not like the, screen adjustment. Oh, that's probably because, I gotta set the default, resolution. You. 200% scaling? No, thank you. That's much better. Yeah. Look at that. That looks much better. This panel is actually pretty great. It's IPS. So, I know some people are like, OLED. What about OLED? Do you know how much an OLED screen would cost you? I really don't think people understand how much OLED panels cost. We're on Wi-Fi 7 now. It don't matter. Most of y'all aren't even going to saturate the bandwidth half the time anyway. Do something and you're still in the backlight. Look, man. It's got all the LGBTs, okay? But as you can see... Wait, no, now you can't see! What the hell? Is the cable going bad? Yeah, I think the cable might be going bad, actually. That might be our problem, possibly. Yeah, I have a feeling I need to get another HDMI cable, but I don't have any close to me on hand. Ethernet cables? Plenty. God, I love this laptop. This is a nice laptop. It's crazy how cheap LCDs are these days. Dude, I was looking at an MSI website on their monitors, 165 hertz monitors, 1080p for less than $150. Yeah. Well, they were never really that expensive to produce. It's just a lot of people, well, I mean, they were originally. I remember when I had one of the first LCDs, but now it's just technology that's so passé. But this monitor here has a 2560 by 1600 display with 240 hertz. Oh yeah, that was one of my complaints that I had with Pop OS. I forgot about that. In order to change your system name... See, it didn't have you ask what you want the name to be out the box. Okay. Now, let me... You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put this fully on the integrated GPU. Okay, so... Let's switch to the integrated graphics. I want to see how this works. The only downside of this setup is with Linux is that you need to reboot the computer to switch between the graphic profiles. So it's one of those, like, when I'm doing work, I need to, like, plan a little bit ahead. But not that big a deal. Let's the USB cables. Those are the USB cables. Okay. 1 minute for NVMe to boot up. Oh, it doesn't take that long. I think this laptop's a lot snappier than my old computer. I mean, not my old computer, but I mean, it is my desktop computer. It is technically older, but yeah, you get my point. I got 96 gigabytes of memory in here, and it's insane. All right. Wait a minute. I was like, why are you slow right now? And I keep forgetting the Ethernet needs to be, like, hard connected. That might explain why it wasn't pulling updates in. That might explain some of... Wait, no, it was... Okay. Maybe it was because I connected the Wi-Fi thinking it wouldn't be. Okay, anyway. Sudo apt upgrade -y. No, it pulled all the updates in. Did I just unplug the Ethernet? I don't know. Damn, that just installed some kernel updates damn fast. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the HDMI issue. Not sure if it's the cable. It could be. But, let me try the good old-fashioned unplug and plug back in. Wait, no. Let's try this. Deactivating and reactivating. Pass through. Let's tech stream without tech issues. Nope, deactivating and reactivating didn't fix it. So, let us do the dance.